Abhay Joshi.
Present, sir. Present, sir.
Okay. Adarsh Shinde.
Present, sir.
Okay. Ankita Hattiholi.
Present, sir.
Okay. Chandrasekhar Pattar.
Present, sir.
Right. Harshagowda R. Patil.
Present,
Right.
sir.
Janvi Kanninaikar.
Present, sir.
Okay. Mahadev Wadear. Mahadev. Mohammad Mazhar.
Present,
Mohammad.
sir.
Right. N. Kirti Patil. N. Kirti Patil. Pikesh S. Lamani. Pikesh S. Lamani. Kirti present. Okay. Pikesh S. Lamani. Prajwal Gowda Malgowdar.
Present, sir.
Right.
Present, sir.
Okay. Ramesh Vadavadigi. Ramesh Vadavadigi. Ratan Birje.
Present, sir.
Right. Rohan Timsani. Rohan. Rutik Chopde. Rutik.
Present, sir.
Okay.
Present.
Right. Rutvik Gune.
Present, sir.
Okay. Sadashiv Gari.
Present, sir.
Right. Sagar Talikeri.
Yes, sir.
Right. Sai Prakash.
Present, sir.
Right. Samir Ahmad Khaji.
Present, sir.
Okay. Sania Saheb Khan.
Present, sir.
Okay. Sanjay Ganigher. Sanjay. Shankar.
Present, sir.
Okay. Sanket.
Yes, sir.
Right. Shiraj. Shiraj. Shivananda Natikar. Shivananda Natikar. Shraddha Hunshiyal. Shraddha. Shubham Bekwadkar. Shubham.
sir.
Okay.
Present, sir.
Right. Sumit Gaikwad. Sumit. Suraya Banu Kurundwad.
Present,
Suraya
sir.
Banu Kurundwad. Okay.
Present, sir.
Tejas Agasar.
Present, sir.
Right. Vivek Goni. Vivek Goni. Yamunappa Narsanavar. Gaonkar Rajat Ramchandra.
Present, sir.
Okay. Manjunath Meligeri.
Present,
Right.
sir.
Pratmesh Patil. Pratmesh. Okay. Yesterday I was discussing about the fixed bias configuration. Okay. So in the fixed bias configuration, is the screen seen? Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir.
Right. We had discussed about the fixed bias configuration and I had given a homework problem. Determine the same parameters for the fixed bias configuration of above figure. Given RB equal to 220 kilo ohm, RC equal to 1.2 K and VCC equal to plus 10 volts. Have you solved this problem? Is the problem solved? Yes, have you solved the problem? I want the answers. All of you, have you tried out? Formulas, everything
sir.
are same. Yes, please. Tell me the answer. Yes. IB is how much?
42.27.
Yes, 42.77 or 27 microampere, correct? So note down all of you, IB will get 42.77 microampere. This IB is VCC minus VBE by RB. The same formula what we are applying here for the yesterday solved example. Then IC is beta into IB. How much you are getting IC? IC? IC value is how much?
Sir, I'm getting 8.3
Just check. It will be
milliampere.
2.11385 milliampere. Right? 2.11385 milliampere because IC is beta times IB. Beta is 50. How much beta you have taken? Beta value. How
Sir,
much
I
you
have used IC. I have
Yes?
used IC equal to VCC by RC, sir.
VCC by RC. But IC depends on beta. Beta is nothing but output current by input current, right? So IC depends on beta. So you have to consider the value of beta there. So if you are doing
Okay, sir.
VCC by RC, then IC is not dependent on beta there. They have given the value of beta. That means you have to consider that beta and calculate the value of IC because IC is dependent on beta. What is beta? It is a current gain. Collector current divided by base current. Are you following here?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So use that and find out IC. So IC is beta times IB. There is a relationship between collector current and base current. Using the relation, IC is equal to beta times base current. So if you use that relation, you will get IC as 2.11385 milliampere. Then what about VCE? VCE will be, just note down the value, students, so that we can calculate and cross verify your answers. So IC is 2.11385 milliampere. VCE is VCC minus ICRC. VCE is VCC minus ICRC. This will be 7.4638 volts. 7.4638 volt. Okay. So once you have calculated VCE, then next is VB. VB is nothing but VBE. VB is equal to 0.7 volts. That does not change. Then VC. VC is VCE. VC is VCE. That is how much? Same. Whatever value you are getting, VC 7.4638 volts. That is nothing but value for VC. VC is equal to 7.4638 volt. Then VBC. VBC is given by VB minus VC. VBC is VB minus VC. So if you calculate that, substitute VB. VB is 0.7 volts. Then VC is 7.4638 volt. Therefore, VBC is 0.7 minus 7.4638 volt. That will come out to minus 6.7638 volt. Minus 6.7638 volt is the value of VBC. Why you are getting negative sign there? Because it is reverse biased, right? The base to collector junction is reverse biased, hence we are getting the negative voltage there, which indicates that the junction is reverse biased. Clear? So this is how we have to go about in solving this particular example on fixed bias circuit. Same formulas, just values are different. You have to substitute the values in the available formulas and then calculate the required value of unknown parameters. Clear here, students? Is it understood, students, here? How to calculate it? Understood? Understood here? This example, how to go about in solving it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Then we discuss transistor saturation. What is saturation condition, students? When we say the transistor is in saturation, when the collector current is maximum. When collector current is maximum, that is the saturation condition for the transistor. And we discussed how to determine saturation current for the collector saturation current by shorting the collector and emitter terminals. If we short collector and emitter terminals, VC is equal to 0 volts. with this condition, we calculated IC set, that is VCC by RC. Then later we took up load line analysis, right? Load line analysis, and we used the condition on horizontal axis IC equal to 0. With that we got VC is equal to VCC, and then on Y axis we substituted VC is equal to 0, from which we got the equation IC is equal to VCC by RC. Then we discussed how there is change in the quiescent point or Q point. Q point is the intersection of the load line with the base current curve. So there is change in the Q point as the value of base current changes. Similarly, as the denominator term changes, RC value, VCC by RC, as the denominator term changes, again there is change in the Q point. It is shifting in the left direction. Okay, horizontal shift. Then similarly, with the change in the value of numerator, that is VCC, again there is change in the value of Q point. Okay, Q point is shifting horizontally. Next, take this example, students. Given the load line of figure below and defined Q point, determine the required values of VCC, RC and RB for fixed bias configuration. Note down this example. Given the load line of figure below, they are given the characteristics. They have mentioned the Q point. Determine values of VCC, RC and RB for fixed bias configuration. So note down this example quickly. It's a graph of IC versus VCE, output characteristics of a transistor, IC versus VCE, for various values of base currents. Did you all note down, students? Did you all note down? Take down roughly, then later on again you can work out on that. Is it taken down, students? This Q point is important. It is in between 10 microampere and 20 microampere. That you have to note down properly. Others you can just note down, just you can have a sketch of the other curves. But here important is Q point, which is in between base current 10 microampere and base current 20 microampere. Is it taken down, students? And this IC value, just note down this here. Just mention that this VC is 40 volts here. Okay, and this wherever it is intersecting here, this curve, this load line, wherever it is intersecting on Y axis, that is 15 milliampere here. Okay, and on X axis, wherever it is intersecting here, that is 40 volts. Just note down that this value here, VCE is equal to VCC. Here on X axis, it is 40 volts, where the load line is intersecting the X axis. 40 volts, it is maximum value of VCE, that is VCC. Okay, shall we solve the problem, students? Is it noted down, students?
Yes,
okay,
yes,
fine.
Sir.
Okay. So what is the equation, students, here for the load line? What equations we have? One equation is VCE is equal to VCC. VCE is equal to VCC. That is one of the equations. When IC equal to 0, when IC equal to 0, we get VCE is equal to VCC. Okay. Then When VCE is equal to 0, we get equation for IC. IC is equal to VCC divided by RC. VCC divided by RC. These are the two equations what we have. For the condition when IC equal to 0, we have got the equation VC is equal to VCC, right? And when we substituted the VCE is equal to 0, when we substituted VC is equal to 0, equation that we got was IC is equal to VCC by RC. These are the two equations. Okay, what we got from the basic equation. Okay, yesterday we have done this. Okay, then now what is the value of VCE? VCE, how much you are getting from the load line, that we have to note down. VCE is equal to VCC, that is intersection of the load line with x-axis. You can see here the x in load line, wherever it is intersecting the x-axis, it is 40 volts. Correct? Am I right? This load line, wherever it is intersecting the x-axis, it is 40 volts here. 40 volts. That is VCE is equal to VCC point. Okay, so that is VC is equal to VCC is equal to 40 volt. 40 volt. VC is equal to VCC is equal to 40 volt. Then we got value of VCC. What about IC? IC is how much? Wherever the load line is intersecting the y-axis, that is IC. Okay, IC saturation or IC maximum, it is 15 milliampere, because y-axis is given in terms of milliampere, IC current. Right? So this load line is intersecting the y-axis at 15 milliampere, which is IC value. Therefore, we got the IC as 15 milliampere. 15 milliampere. With this IC value and VCE value, we can calculate the value of RC. They have asked to calculate the value of RC. RC is equal to IC is VCC by RC. This equation. IC is VCC by RC. Okay, therefore RC will be equal to VCC divided by IC. RC is equal to VCC divided by IC. RC is equal to VCC divided by IC. Now substitute the values. VCC is 40. This divided by IC. IC is how much? 15 milliampere. 15 milliampere. Get this value, students. How much you get? RC value. RC is 50, VCC by IC. That is 40 volts divided by 15 milliampere. How much you get? RC value. What is the value of RC you are getting?
2.6.
Yes, 2.6. Let us see. 2.67 kilo ohms. RC is 2.67 kilo ohms. All of you are getting that answer, students?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 2.67 kilo ohms. 2.67 kilo ohms. Right. Next what we want? We want the value of RB. Correct? So we got the value of RC. Right? We found out the value of VCE or VCC. Next is we have to find the value of RB. Now if we look into this figure, and let us go back. This circuit, okay, for fixed bias configuration. Now if we look into this circuit, how to get the equation for RB? You have to consider the input loop. This loop you have to consider from VCC through RB, right? Then base to emitter voltage ground. Okay, we have to consider this loop. If we consider this loop, what will be the equation, students? VCC minus IBRB minus VB is equal to 0. VCC minus IBRB minus VBE is equal to 0. Yes or no? Let us write that VCC minus IBRB minus VBE is equal to 0. Right? I have written the equation for the input loop for the fixed bias configuration. VCC, this is current entering positive, current leaving negative. It is positive to negative minus IBRB, and current is entering here positive, leaving here negative. Positive to negative minus VBE is equal to 0. Now we have to rearrange this equation for RB. So IBRB, what will be IBRB? IBRB will be equal to VCC. IBRB is equal to VCC minus VBE. VCC minus VBE. Therefore, what will be the equation for RB? RB is equal to how much? BCC minus VBE, this divided by BCC minus VBE, this divided by, that is IB, this divided by IB. Okay, this divided by IB. Fine. So this divided by IB. This is the equation for RB. This is the equation for RB. Now substitute the values. Right. So what is the value of VCC? VCC is how much here? We have already noted down the value of VCC. It is 40 volts. So substitute that. VCC is 40. Then minus VB is how much? 0.7 volts. Remember, value of VB is always 0.7 volts for a given silicon transistor. Then this divided by IB. IB we have to look from the graph. Okay, you have to get the value of IB from the graph. So if we see the graph, what is the value of IB? What is the value of IB that we get? Just let us check from the graph. So IB is, see here in the graph, what is the value of IB, students? It is in between 10 microampere and 20 microampere.
10 microampere.
Yes.
10 microampere.
Just see, it is in between 10 microampere and 20 microampere. So how much we can assume it is in between? In the middle of 10 microampere and 20 microampere. So how much we can assume? Yes, anyone? 15 microampere, because it is exactly in the middle between IB equal to 10 microampere and IB equal to 20 microampere. So we can assume it as 15 microampere, is it not? So let us assume, see here, IB equal to 10 micro. Assume that IB is equal to, so here it is this divided by 15 microampere. 15 microampere. Microampere. Calculate this value, students. How much you are getting? Value of this 40 minus 0.7 is 39.3 volts. 39.3. This divided by 15 microampere. This divided by 15 microampere. Okay. 39.3 is divided by 15 microampere. Just calculate that value, students. How much you are getting?
2.62.
2.62. Whether it is mega ohm or kilo ohms. Just see. Mega ohm or kilo ohms.
Mega ohm, sir.
Mega ohm, exactly. It is mega ohm. Okay, 10 raised to 6. Correct? You can see here, I have written in terms of kilo ohms, 2620 kilo ohms, 2620 kilo ohms. Or if you write it in terms of mega ohm, it will be 2.620 into 10 raised to 6. Okay, 2.620 into 10 raised to 3 into 10 raised to 3. This kilo ohms 10 raised to 3. So it will be 2.620 mega ohm. Okay, so like this, we have calculated the value of BCC, we have calculated RC, and then RB. Clear yet? So this is how we have to go about in solving this example. Is this example understood, students? Yes? Understood? Abhay? Abhay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, this example.
Yes, sir. Understood.
Fine, fine. Let us move on to the next configuration, that is emitter bias circuit or emitter bias configuration. In this emitter bias circuit, so if you compare this with fixed bias circuit, what is the difference you can make out here? What is the difference here between fixed bias circuit and emitter bias circuit? What you can see here, what can observe? In fixed bias circuit, this emitter resistance is not there, is it not? But in emitter bias circuit, this emitter resistance is present, RE is present. In fixed bias circuit, we have only RB, RC, right? And emitter is grounded. But in emitter bias circuit, RB, RC is there, but emitter resistance is there. RE is present. There is a resistance RE connected between emitter terminal to ground. Okay, in the emitter bias configuration. So this is called as fixed emitter bias configuration, right? emitter bias configuration. In this emitter bias configuration, this RE is introduced. This RE is connected between emitter terminal to ground in order to improve the stability of the circuit. When this RE is connected in the circuit, the operating point is brought more closer to the linear region. It is brought more closer to the linear region, right? So when it is more closer to the linear region or the active region, right, what happens? The amplification will be good and stability will also improve. Stability of the circuit will also improve because of good amplification, right? And this is the reason why this RE is connected in between emitter terminal to ground for the emitter bias configuration in order to improve the stability of the circuit. So now if we want to analyze this, emitter bias circuit, the same as we did for fixed bias circuit, we have to separate the input path and the output path, right? With this VCC which is shorted, we have to separate it out. We have to separate this and take it separately for input path and then separately for the output path. Then find out the equations for the base current, collector current and the other parameters. Clear here? So this is how we are analyzing this emitter bias circuit. Now for this analysis, we have to consider the DC equivalent circuit. This is the DC equivalent circuit. Now how we got this DC equivalent circuit? I explained to you all in the previous class. For DC signal, the capacitors are open circuit. Xc is equal to 1 upon omega c, that is 1 upon 2 pi fc. So as frequency is 0, reactance is infinite. As reactance is infinite, it is open circuit. It is open circuit. Therefore, this capacitors are open circuit for the DC signal. Right? Whenever we are performing DC analysis, the input and output capacitors, we have to open circuit them. We have to open circuit them for analysis purpose. Clear here, students? So with this, we are getting this circuit. From this, we have only this RB, RC and RE present in the circuit because C1 is open circuited, capacitor C2 is also open circuited. Now we are getting this VCC and VCC, they are separated. This is the same power supply which is separated in order to separate the input section from the output section. This is the input section, VCC RB, RE to ground, and output section is VCC RC, RE to ground. Now we have to analyze considering input path separately and output path separately. When we consider the input path, that is base to emitter loop, base to emitter loop. This is base to emitter. Base to emitter loop. When we consider this, then what will be the equations that we have to write down? Okay. So this is how I have written the base to emitter path. VCC, this is where it is connected. VCC, RB, VBE, RE, then ground. Okay. Same it is. VCC positive negative connected to RB, VBE, RE, then to ground. Okay. Now when connected this in the circuit like this, for the base to emitter loop or for the input path, what will be the equations? Right. Write down the equations, students. Note down in your notebooks. So we will take in the clockwise direction. VCC positive negative minus IBRB, positive negative minus VBE, positive to negative minus IERE is equal to 0. Okay. So let us write down the equation here. VCC minus IBRB. VCC equation will be VCC minus IBRB right, minus VBE minus IERE is equal to 0. VCC minus IBRB minus VBE minus IERE is equal to 0. Is it not, students? Negative to positive plus VCC, positive to negative minus IBRB, positive to negative minus VBE, and positive to negative minus IERE. That is equal to 0. Okay. Now in this equation, what is the equation for IE, students? IE is given by beta plus 1 into IB. Equation for IE is B is given by beta plus 1 into IB. Beta plus 1 into IB. This is the equation for I. So this we have to substitute in this equation. Let us take this as equation number 1. This as equation number 2. Second equation. Let us substitute equation 2 in equation 1. If we substitute equation 2 in equation 1, then what we get here, students? So I is beta plus 1 IB. If we substitute there, then the resulting equation will be VCC minus IBRB minus IB/RB minus VBE minus VBE minus IE. I substitute the equation for IE. It is beta plus 1 into IB. This is beta plus 1 into IB I just substituted the equation for IE. Right? It is beta plus 1 into IB into RE. This is equal to 0. This is equal to 0. Now rearrange the terms here. I will take minus IB common. I want the equation for IB. So I'll take IB common here between this IB/RB and this term beta plus 1 IB/RE. Okay. So I'll take minus IB common here. Then if I take minus IB common, then what I get? Minus IB this into RB, right? Minus if I have taken outside, then what will be here? Inside term, it will be plus. Minus into plus is minus, correct? So this will be plus IB it is. So IB it is beta plus 1 into RE. It is beta plus 1 into RE. Beta plus 1 into RE. Okay. So this then is the bracket plus VCC minus VBE as it is, that is equal to 0. Now further simplify this. Now take this minus IB of RB plus beta plus 1 into RE the other side, RHS. So it will be minus will become plus, right? So what I get here, students, my IB into RB plus beta plus 1 RE okay, beta plus 1 RE. This is equal to VCC minus VBE. Therefore, what will be equal to VBE, this divided by VCC minus VBE, this divided by, right, this term divided by, what will be in the denominator, students? In the denominator we have RB plus beta plus 1 RE, okay, this term. So we'll have this here. Okay. So we got the equation for IB. IB is VCC minus VB, the whole divided by RB plus beta plus 1 into RE. Now students, compare this equation with the equation that we have got for IB for fixed bias circuit. If you see the fixed bias circuit, what equation we had got for IB there? Just see, this is the equation that we are getting for emitter bias circuit. IB is equal to VCC minus VB, the whole divided by RB plus beta plus 1 into RE. Okay. Go back and see what is the equation that we got for here. See here, this equation for fixed bias circuit. IB is equal to VCC minus VBE by RB. IB is equal to VCC minus VBE by RB. But here, what is the equation that we are getting? It is not only VCC minus VBE by RB, but it is plus beta plus 1 into RE in the denominator side. Correct? So the denominator has increased by beta plus 1 into RE times as compared to that of the fixed bias circuit. In fixed bias circuit, equation is IB is equal to VCC minus VBE by RB, whereas in base emitter circuit, that is emitter bias circuit, IB is equal to VCC minus VB divided by RB plus beta plus 1 into RE. This is a difference between the equation of IB for fixed bias circuit and that of the emitter bias circuit. Clear, yes, students? Now with this equation, we have to draw the circuit. That is, the circuit will be drawn like this. Just here. So this is VCC. Okay, this is VCC. What is Ohm's law? I is equal to V by R. We have got the equation for IB. So let us introduce VCC and VB into the circuit. So this is VCC, positive, negative from ground it is. Then we have VBE. Okay, if we go from ground here, clockwise direction, it will be negative to positive plus VCC, then positive to negative minus VBE. Positive to negative minus VBE. Yes or no? So plus VCC minus VBE. Correct. This divided by resistance. I is equal to V by R. resistance is, I have introduced this resistance, whatever is there, RB. So it is in series with, RB is in series with beta plus 1 into RE. So this is RB, it is in series with beta plus 1 into RE. Okay. So like this, we can draw the circuit for whatever equation we have got here for IB. For that, I have just drawn the circuit here. VCC minus VB in the numerator, and in the denominator we will be having RB plus beta plus 1 into RE. Okay, I is equal to V by R. So again, if we further simplify this, right, if we consider the base resistance, this RB, if we consider negligible, right, in terms of ohms, it is very much less as compared to that of beta plus 1 into RE. So we are neglecting this value of RB. So when we neglect this value of RB, this resistance, emitter resistance RE, that is nothing but beta plus 1 into RE that we are getting here, this part, beta plus 1 into RE for the emitter, right? So the input resistance RI between emitter terminal, so this ground and base terminal will be beta plus 1 into RE. This is the input resistance that we get here. Ri is equal to beta plus 1 into Re. That is whatever we are getting here, the same resistance, by neglecting the value of Rb, because we can assume that the value of Rb is negligible. By assuming Rb as negligible, we obtain the equation for input resistance as beta plus 1 into Re. Clear, students? So this is how we are drawing the circuit here to get the value of input resistance. Then next is collector emitter loop. Collector emitter loop, I'll just finish it off. Okay. So collector emitter loop, if we consider here, then this is how we are drawing the circuit. Just see this circuit, the main circuit. This is the collector to emitter path, VCC, RC, then we have RE. VCC, RC and RE, right? So what will be the equation, students? If we consider VCC, RC, VCE, then RE. This is the output path. VCC through RC, through VCE, then through RE to ground. Output path. The same is drawn like this. The same is drawn for the output path, output circuit. This is for the output circuit. There is a VCC which is separated out to get the input and output separately. Then we have RC, then RE. Okay. So if we draw like this, then we have to write down the basic equation for the path here. So when we write down the basic equation for this path, what we get, students, here? Let us start from ground level here. So it will be IERE, negative to positive, then negative to positive plus VCE, negative to positive plus ICRC, then positive to negative minus VCC. Right? From ground level, current is flowing from VCC. Okay, current entering is positive, current leaving is negative. Okay, here current entering positive, current leaving negative. Current entering positive, current leaving negative. Correct? Now if we consider this path, now if I go from ground level, what will be the equation? That is IERE plus VCE plus ICRC minus VCC is equal to 0. So let me write down that equation. The equation is IERE, right, plus VCE plus okay, collector side, that is IC, what is the current that we have taken? It is ICRC, okay, then minus VCC is equal to 0. The KVL for this path, okay. So IERE plus VCE plus ICRC minus VCC is equal to 0. Okay, that is the equation that is written here. IERE plus VCE plus ICRC minus VCC is equal to 0. But as IE is approximately equal to IC, this IE current is approximately equal to IC current. Therefore, if we substitute that, then it will be further simplified. Okay, so that will take up in the tomorrow's class. Right? We have to just substitute this IE is approximately equal to IC here. IC is same as that of IE because base current is negligible. Therefore we can just use IC is approximately equal to I. So using this, if you substitute in this main equation, then we have to further simplify and get the value of, that is IC, then further the equation for the VCE. Okay, so that we will do in the tomorrow's class. Right? Hope everybody understood here, students, analysis part. Is it clear what we discussed in today's class? Is it understood? Yes? Understood here, students? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right.
Yes,
So any questions here? Any questions? Anything not understood? Any questions? Any doubts here? Clear, right? Concepts are clear, right? Yes, concepts are clear. Okay, fine then. Huh? So we'll end up the today's session here. We'll continue in the tomorrow's class with the further equations for emitter bias circuit, and then we will solve examples on emitter bias circuit. Okay, thank you.